so stinking excited about it.
And I realize that the question of how I'm going to make money isn't nearly as important as if I will trust God and believe that He is taking care of it.
Stick with me and I will guarantee you're never lost among the crowd with me. Never lost among the crowd with me.
Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Jessica Penner. I am 26 years old and live in the East Atlanta area. And today we're talking about the fact that I'm leaving my job. Yes, I am leaving my job and I'm so stinking excited about it because I am leaving my job to be self-employed. And I'll be honest, I don't have everything quite prepared or figured out yet, but I have a plan of what I want to do and some ways to make income on the side to be able to pursue my dreams and the things that are really on my heart. We'll be talking a little bit more about that in today's video. But before we get all into that, I will let you know it is Friday. I am home from work. I always work a half day on Friday, and it's about halfway through the afternoon. So we're starting a little bit late in the day. As you can see, there is laundry to be folded. In the other rooms of the house, there is like stuff everywhere that needs to be tidied up. You know, sometimes your life descends into chaos by the time Friday comes around. Then you need the weekend to recharge and refresh. So on Friday afternoons is when I typically try to clean up the house so that it's really nice and tidy for us to rest in the weekend. I have just a couple hours to do, like, I don't know, it feels like a whole bunch of things. It's already like 2:30 and I'm chatting with a friend at 3:30. It's just not enough time in the day. So I'm gonna get busy cleaning up, but first I need a little pick-me-up. So instead of doing what many people would be doing at this time, getting a coffee, I'm actually going to take my multivitamin, which among other things has tons of B vitamins and methylated B vitamins specifically. In case you're not familiar with methylated B vitamins, that's basically like it's pre-broken down so that your body can easily absorb it. There are some people who literally don't have the capability to break down B vitamins. So if they are taking a B vitamin supplement, they need to have something that is methylated. And the thing about B vitamins is they give you a surprising amount of energy. I don't remember the science on it. I always love taking this in the afternoon instead of coffee to help me get that little boost that you need sometimes. So anyways, that is my afternoon coffee. And with that, I need to make a list of all the things I need to do because there's just like too much to prioritize it all in my brain. I gotta see it on paper. So let's start with the house cleaning tasks. We need to vacuum, sweep the stairs and landing, wash and fold laundry. Folding laundry I can do when I'm chatting with my friend, so that is actually perfect. Wash the dishes / clean kitchen and tidy the living room, which, as you can see, there's a little bit of stuff around here. And you see this thing here? This black thing? It's so hard to find a good place for it. That is our infrared sauna. It's a pop-up portable thing. And it's great. I love it. The thing is, to keep it clean and nice, when you're finished using it, you need to wipe it all down, let it completely cool off and dry off before you put it away. And that takes a good amount of time. So then the next time you want to use it, it's just like a hassle to clean it up, put it away, clean it up, take it out. So sometimes we just leave it out and then it's just like this big thing here. I want to use it tonight, but do I clean it up now until I use it again, or do I just leave it out? It's agonizing. Anyways, Other side projects that I want to do, we have this dining table that we have been working on. It was a thrift shop find that we have been refurbishing, and it has just taken way longer than anticipated. So really it would be great if I could work on that today too, but I need to like tarp off this whole section of our house to be able to spray a polyurethane coating on it, and you need 4 coats, like 30 minutes in between. So oh yeah, I should probably do that too. Just like I mean, it would be a huge relief to get that done. So I should probably start with that first, taping off the area and spraying the first coat on, since it takes time in between those times for it to dry and set and whatever. So yeah, okay, I think that's what we need to do first. But first I'll need to vacuum around there so that when I put the plastic down, there's not like stuff that I haven't been able to vacuum. Okay, that's the plan. Clear as mud. So this is the table, and as you can see, maybe can you see it on camera? I don't know, but it's a little bit well, it's shiny because it's epoxy, but it's also a little bit rough because we sanded it. So that was to prepare for this stuff. Now let us vacuum this room and prep it for that plastic.
I'll be at your door. Overcome, brother, nothing keeps me melancholy. Spread my wings, so damn ready to soar. And there couldn't be a better taste after everything I faced. I send a little luck my way, send a little bright sun ray to hit my skin. Dream that I cannot erase, keep it in a little case. Truth be told, is I've never felt better. And if I'm honest with myself, I am so glad we're together, because this new state of mind that I've struggled to find can now be shared with you, because you showed me the light. In my head, deep inside of my mind, I love you in a way that has been hard to define.
So in case you're wondering what I was doing there were some like holes, or I guess bubbles, in the epoxy that since we sanded it, they got full of the epoxy powder dust. It was like bright white. And when we're putting on this final coat, we wouldn't necessarily want to have a bunch of white dots on the edge of our table. So I tried clearing some of those out. Some of them are so small that like, it's just gonna have to be what's gonna be. But at least I could do a couple of them. So let us put this stuff around here, I guess.
Truth be told, is I've never felt better. And if I'm honest with myself, I am so glad we're together, because this new state of mind that I've struggled to find can now be shared with you, because you showed me the light. I've never felt better, and if I'm honest with myself, I am so glad we're together, because this new state of mind that I've struggled to find can now be shared.
Let's just skip to the end, okay? Okay. So we have our plastic enclosure here, which will be perfectly sealed, so our polyurethane spray doesn't get anywhere and doesn't make anything dirty. I learned my lesson about doing some things inside where you better protect yourself, or else you're gonna make a big mess. Yeah, I originally sanded this table inside this room, and there was dust everywhere. It's really Not the smartest idea, but it was a good learning lesson. So now we're gonna go ahead and put our first coat of spray on here. Then wait 30 minutes in between until we can do the next one. And in the meantime, to traverse to the other side of the room, we're just going to crawl through here until we've made it out. Stay. I should probably be using the mat for this. I hope that works. The spray paint thing doesn't seem to leave a very smooth surface. It's kind of like a speckly surface. So I'm not quite sure about that. So now that we have done our first spray, the instructions say wait an hour before you do another one. So I'm just gonna put on my timer here. In the meantime, we will get back to work. I already had my chat with my friend in between getting the plastic wrapped up. I didn't quite get it done before she called. So then I folded the laundry. As you can see here, there's no laundry. But so much time has passed that my husband is already home. I always wish that I could get it all done before he gets here, but it just never quite happens that way. So what we're gonna do now is I have some things to bring outside. I need to take out the trash, as well as try opening up a coconut that I got the other day. I got a green coconut, and I was able to hack it open enough just with a kitchen knife to get the coconut water out, but I don't want to try and do that again to get the coconut flesh out from the inside. So I was looking around for a hatchet and I can't find it. So what I'm going to do is actually use 2 hammers. The end of a hammer with another hammer, and we're going to open it that way. So yeah, let's do that. Then on to vacuuming and hopefully cleaning up the floors, washing dishes, and making supper. So beautiful outside, and we're out here anyways. Let me just take a moment to enjoy the sunshine and tell you a little bit more how it came about that I am actually leaving my job. And also, I do apologize for all the traffic noise. I live right beside a decently busy street, so that's just gonna be how it is. But anyways, so if you watched my last video about creating a vision board and how I rediscovered my passion and vision, well, then you might have a bit of context already. If you haven't seen that video yet, you can check it out here somewhere. It'll be linked, but I'll also give you the condensed version. The last 2 years, I have felt pretty uninspired with my goals, passionless, and just a little bit unmotivated. I've still been working with excellence and diligence to the best of my ability, but there's just been an excitement for my goals that has not been present until I finally took a step of faith and started this YouTube channel, which was so life-giving. I just didn't even know what I was missing. Since then, God has really been helping to clarify for me what I should be doing. I've been working at a job for the last 2.5 years, and it's probably the best place I have ever worked at, and I've certainly grown more than I have ever grown in any other workplace. But there's still a part of it that just wasn't me. It wasn't truly aligned with how I was made and how I was designed. So I discovered just a couple weeks ago what my heart's desires are and like what I am made to do. And once I got that clarity, man, it didn't matter how good my job was. I just had to go a different direction. So I got to talk to my boss about it, and we have made a plan, tentative plan, of course, for me to be able to work my way out in the next 2 months. So then after that, I will hopefully be self-employed. And I am so excited because I'll get to spend a lot more time doing creative works like making these YouTube videos, as well as doing home projects. So that is really exciting to me. However, my YouTube channel is not making money yet. So we still needed another thing to be able to replace that income. And that thing that we're gonna do is buying storage units that have gone to auction and reselling the contents in them. That's the plan for now, but we're still completely figuring it out. I've never done this before, neither has my husband, but he has a coworker who did it and told us about it. So I have 2 months to test that out to see if it'll actually make money, and hopefully it will make enough money to replace my income when I actually leave my job. Because if it doesn't, I might have to become a waitress or something. But here's to self-employment, here's to trying, here's to taking a risk, and we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I better go make supper. So let's go inside and I'll tell you a little bit more about our plan later. So now that I got this coconut open, I am like wondering what I can do with it. I have some ground turkey that's kind of Mexican flavored, and so I'm thinking if I can use this. Actually, I want to taste this. Let's see. It's actually like coconut jelly, and it's so sweet. I want to be able to use it for supper tonight. I'll figure something out. Okay, so I got a little bit of inspiration here. I think I'm going to make coconut fennel rice. I have all these fennel stalks, and they're actually really tasty. They kind of taste like licorice, which is strange, but anyways, so I'm going to chop up 1 or 2 of these into very small pieces and put that in with the rice and scrape the coconut in there and have that with the meat. I think that'll taste good, something different, something new. Never done fennel coconut before. Today to Lake Chatouge, something like that, in the North Georgia mountains. So we're gonna bring you along with us for this little bit of an adventure.
And off we went to the North Georgia mountains to find Lake Chatouge. We used to drive to the mountains a couple times a month, but it had been a while since we got up there. With busyness and life, sometimes you just don't want to make the drive, but it was so worth it. For all the hustle and bustle of making a picnic and just getting out the door, once we got there, all that melted away. We sat on the beach for a long time, and with all that space, our minds could rest and expand. We talked and reflected on our season of life and everything surrounding me leaving my job. Are we being too hasty? Are we trying to force something that we're not ready for? Cliff especially felt the gravity of the choices before us and questioned whether or not the storage unit thing was actually a good temporary income generator or if it was just a distraction. Up in the mountains, far from the demands of life, we could look beyond our hurried plans, to pray, to seek wisdom and guidance, because we sure needed it. Because while it's genuinely exciting to be able to leave my job and pursue what's really on my heart, it's also terrifying because I really don't know how it's going to work out financially. On the one hand, when I think about the journey God has led me on, of discovering how I'm made and what makes my heart come alive, I get excited and hopeful because I know that if God is the one who starts a thing, He will complete it. He has a plan to fulfill the purpose that He made me for. And then I think about how we'll make money and the storage units thing. There's the bid prices, the selling prices, the fuel expenses, the storage expenses, the probable hassle of dealing with buyers and wondering if we'll even get buyers. And then I start to feel that familiar pit in my stomach. Like, will this even work? Fear and doubt creep in so easily when I think like that. Then I look back to my Creator and I remember how He created me. And I realize that the question of how I'm going to make money isn't nearly as important as if I will trust God, go where He says go, stop when He says stop, and believe that He is taking care of it. I'm realizing that faith is the point. Listening to God and following Him is the point. That's how this YouTube channel got started, and that is how it's going to flourish. So, I'll say that I don't have everything figured out right now, and I am okay with that. What I do know is that remaining diligent with this vlog is essential. Besides that, we may end up scrapping the whole storage unit thing. We still have 2 months till I leave my job, so I hope to do 1 or 2 storage units by then, and that should help bring clarity on whether or not it's actually a solution for part-time income, or if it's a time and money pit.
So stay tuned for the next video as we will be continuing to prepare for me to leave my job. Hopefully we will find another source of income, but we're just gonna see what God's gonna do. And if you want to find that out with me, please feel free to subscribe. You can also like the video if you enjoyed it and leave a comment below if you had any questions or thoughts about this. This is a faith journey and I'm just bringing you along with me. I hope that in some small way, my journey can encourage you as well, because I truly believe that each one of us is designed with a purpose, with a calling, with something that is in your heart that God put there for you to do on this earth. So with that, wishing you all the best as you pursue your goals and dreams and you live out the adventurous life you were made for. See you in the next one.